let's say one of the most underrated job in Toronto, and so far people always look down on the job and they feel it's actually how can I put it? You know, they always say, okay, they always look down on Uber driver, and they feels they always feels there's no dignity in the job. Well, actually it's zero, because I've been doing Uber so let me put it this way. Last week I did Uber for 5 days, and I actually made 2,500. Doing Uber for 5 days, I made 2,500 Canadian dollars. My 1 week, which is I can put it 6 days and just few hours on the Sunday. Let's just say 6 days. My 6 days, I made 3,200 and 6 days, because on Sunday I actually had a reservation to the airport, which gave me 90. I think I got $70 on Sunday just for one trip. And Uber driver actually makes a lot of money, especially in this Toronto. Uber driver makes 6 figures. You make from $8,000 to $12,000 monthly. I personally make $12,000 monthly on Uber. I make nothing less than $3,000 every week. If I don't work, actually work, like, you know, I make 2,500. You know, yeah. On Thursday, I actually made $788. $788 on Thursday. There's some days I wish I make 384, you know, 400, but I don't make below 300. It starts from 350, 400, 5, 6, 700 every day, daily. And in a month, when I calculate everything in a month, is between $10,000 to $12,000. You know, so, you know, I've had a lot of riders that says, oh, how are you able to afford this car? Because they pick so many Uber drivers and they tell them, oh, you know, we don't make anything. Firstly, as a Uber driver, if you want to make money, you have to wake up early in the morning, because people are going to the airports. I mean, you know, people are going to factory to work. Between that period between 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, you already make $100. This is 1:25 p.m. I'm already at $291. Before 5 o'clock, it's certain that I will be at $450 or $500. Why many people get discouraged is some Uber driver don't actually want people to come drive for Uber, but there are millions of people in Toronto. Even if there is 500, if there is 1 million drivers, you still make your money. This is a very easy job. It's very easy for you. You have your own time. You wake up at anytime you want. I can stop working now and go home. Vacation anytime I want. I can go home, I can relax, I can do whatever I want to do. I can make calls, social media, you know. It's on my own time, you know. Many people get discouraged because they were told Uber doesn't make anything. But the Uber drivers, some Uber drivers don't want you to do this. They are lying. If you have luxury cars, even if you don't have luxury car, you can do this part-time and still make $500 every week. You can make between $400 to $500 every week as a part-time. It's hard everywhere now. You need to get yourself out and do something. It's very, very hard. You know, the bills are getting higher, everything, you know, the rent, mortgage, you know, so many people have loans, credit cards, so many things, but you need something. You need extra incomes. Don't just park your car at home. You can do this every day after work. You can still make $50 in 1-2 hours. Yeah, $60. You can do 2 hours and make it like $60. In your weekends, you definitely make about $300-400. Maybe you just get started, right? You need to know some places, but you still make between $300 to $400 on weekends, you know. And if you have luxury cars, you can make extra incomes. Luxury cars, you'll be able to drive for Uber Premier, Uber Comfort. I actually do Uber Premier and Comforts, and I do Uber X as well. You know, when it's slow, maybe the afternoon, I just put on my Uber X, do it for a while. Whenever there's so much surge in downtown, I always make sure I'm in downtown. I put off my Uber X, I do Premier, I do Comforts, and that is double money with the surge. Also in the morning, I always make sure I'm in downtown. I leave home 4:30 a.m. to between 4:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. I always make sure I'm out of my house. I 4 a.m. every day, you know, have my bath, get ready, pack my foods, and I'm out of, you know, because by that time I always get people going to the airport, I get people going to work and everything. And you know, this morning 9 o'clock this morning, I already made $170 at 9:30. Don't let anyone deceive you that Uber doesn't make money. The only thing is people will look down on you because you're an Uber driver. That's it. Trust me, you make nothing less than $120,000 a year as an Uber driver. Between 120, you make between 120,000 to 140,000 if you can work so hard. Nothing less than $8,000 monthly. For a start, you can make $2,000 per week. If you have if you just gas car and maybe just Toyota and some little car, Uber X, you make nothing less than 8,000. And if you have luxury car like a Tesla, Mercedes Benz, Lexus, Range Rover, you can actually make $12,000 monthly. So this is gonna be for today. I'm just, you know, putting you guys through on what you can do to make extra income. As a part-time, you can make $500 weekly as a part-time, $2,000 monthly as a part-time. You know, I actually left my job for Uber. So I was on the on a week break. On a week, yeah, I was actually on a week break, and a friend told me, you know, just you just sitting at home, you can do something. You can actually do Uber and make some cash while you're on your vacation. I said, oh, really? That makes sense. So I registered for Uber and I picked up Uber. I actually made that week. I made more than I used to make at my previous job. What I used to make in 2 weeks as my previous job, I made it in a week in Uber. You know, after my vacation, I told them I'm not coming anymore because, you know, this is I'm my home boss and I make more. So if you live in Toronto, this is actually the best means for you to make money. The best means for you to make money. Pick up your car, do part-time, make more money, pay your bills. You feel relaxed. There won't be pressure on you. Alright, I will keep sharing some tips, some you know, where you can go to make, you know, to actually get more rides, where you can always be the best time to be at the airports. But don't just sit down at the airports. Sitting down at the airport will actually waste your time. Don't. But there's some times you can actually be at the airports, you know, and you get right. You won't sit more than 10 minutes and you get you get right. People sitting at the airport are the one that complains more that they don't make anything. They just sit down at the airport and by the end of the day they have $200 left in their wallets. But if you are out there, you actually make $300, $400, $500 monthly, daily. So this is gonna be all for today. Please subscribe and share. I'll be glad if you share this for your friends that live in Toronto and want to make extra income. You know, send to your friends that live in Toronto and want to make extra income. Let them see that they can actually make it. If you have a car from 2016 or 17 upward, you can actually make better money for yourself. Thank you.